The maths quiz is the Prudential Life Insurance. Yes, Prudential Life Insurance. They are making the National Science and Maths quiz possible. And yesterday, I spoke to Frances Ofori, who is the head of marketing and communications at Prudential Life Insurance. I've also been speaking to Ankomah-Asare, who is the managing director for Primetime Limited. Let's watch that conversation that I had, with them.
All the time, you always have the smaller schools or less endowed or lesser known schools kicking out a big boy or a big girl from time to time. I mean, every year you have something like that, so we are not surprised at all. I must say that I was expecting it because I saw that the Ankomah-Asare team was not very strong when we. In February, when we went to do the championship in Cape Coast, they were not very strong, and so I'm not surprised at all. In fact, it is something that I was looking forward to. Yeah. I know the Butcher Boys will beat me for that, but yeah. I was expecting it.
In fact, let me also corroborate that. Let me add my voice to that. I also expected something like that to happen. I mean, especially looking at the Kumaka boys, especially from the regions, their performance from the regions and all of that. They had some trials even within Ankomah School at the region. So really, it was not difficult, to predict this particular outcome. But I know a lot of outsiders are shocked about that. Let me find out from you, Frances. Are you shocked in Ankomah School?
Shocked in Ankomah School, yes. But these are kind of the twists and turns that you expect from the National Science and Maths quiz. So on that front, I'm not shocked. It makes the whole thing exciting, and we're happy when the lesser endowed schools, come up strong.
Okay, great. Now that brings me to the point about, Prudential Life Insurance. You want to tell us a bit about Prudential Life Insurance and why you're supporting the National Science and Maths quiz?
Okay, so Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, we've been on the market for about 6 years now. We're actually affiliated with Prudential PLC that was incorporated in England and Wales. And I get this quite a bit, we're not affiliated with Prudential Bank. We've been around for about 170 years. We have in Ghana a little over 100 staff. We have about 1,500 agents and close to 1 million customers. So we're doing good business. Our business basically is to help people get the most out of life, and this we do through our products, which are long-term savings and protection products. So financial planning that helps you plan for education, helps you plan for taking the risk, certain risks that you don't foresee, like accidents, critical illnesses, disability, and even death. So just to help people look to the future with confidence in planning for their future.
Anika, the round that they are sponsoring, Prudential Life Insurance is sponsoring, the problem of the day, really looking at how practical solutions to science problems. I want to find out, I think there's an aspect of the National Science and Maths quiz that also deals with that as well. Aside from the problem of the day, we also have the science and tech, fair and all of those things. How's it been going, and what kind of innovations have been coming up at the science and tech fair?
Well, people have been doing all sorts of things. We have a lot of people doing using recyclable material, so recycling plastics, old tires. So last year we had, was it Accra Academy, with like a boom box, yes, from recycled tires. We've had some monikers and doing seats, and then also how do I call this? It's not exactly like concrete, but you can use this for roads, like if melted plastics and compressed melted plastics. I mean, they've been doing all sorts of irrigation systems and interesting things. Unfortunately, we were not able to do the SciTech fair at this national championship because COVID-19, the results of COVID-19, the effects, the lockdown and the closure of the schools for a period of time, the teachers raised this concern that they hadn't had enough time with the students to be able to build projects with them. And when school reopened, I think in July, when the schools went back, it was really to prepare them for the WASI and have them write the exam and leave. So there was no time for them to do projects. So we can't do the SciTech Fair with this national championship, but we are hoping to be able to do it in November, towards the end of November, because the schools are going back next month. We are hoping to be able to do it and do it big then. But a lot of interesting things come up, as you will see when the time is up. We were able to do it at the regional level, but at the national, no. So we haven't forgotten about it. We are still hoping to do it.
Francis, any special reason Prudential Life Insurance decided to sponsor the National Science and Maths Quiz, the round 3, or maybe why you decided to come on board?
Okay, so why we came on board, it's in line with our strategy, which I mentioned earlier, our purpose, which is to help people get the most out of life. When it comes to CSR, we've been heavily invested in education and health. And in the education, our own program that we run, which is a Prudential actuarial support system. So basically, we award the 5 highest achieving graduating students from 3 universities, so UDS, UCC, and KNUST, and that's in actuarial science. But Primetime does the same with NSMQ, promoting science and math education, and that's something that we are proud to be associated with. Aside from the promotion of science and math, NSMQ teaches life lessons. So, I mean, in today's world of instant gratification, everything is, instant or fast. NSMQ is not like that. You can't read an Abbott or a Gast in 1 month and come and sit here. Some of the students are even picked in the first year when they go into school. So you have to prepare, and you either win or you learn. No one is a loser here, and that's something that we're proud to be associated with as well.
Let me find out from you, Nanekia. I've done a lot of reading, and usually I meet former contestants of the National Science and Maths Quiz, and it is the case that anyone who mounts the Science and Maths Quiz stage, it looks like you don't have any reason, to fill your WASI papers. No, all of them, medicine, mechanical engineering, all the top courses in the universities. Many of them who've graduated also in very high places. What kind of satisfaction does it bring to Primetime Limited that, okay, you are providing some kind of healthy, competition among the schools, healthy rivalry among the schools, and then after that also you see your products out there and they're doing very well out there. What kind of joy does it bring to you?
Well, the joy is how many-fold? Because there's so many ways of looking at it. First of all, because of the toughness of the competition, we attract the best, and by putting out the questions when we do the playbacks, we also assist with teaching. So it's not just for the contestants, but anybody who's interested in learning from the SHS syllabus. We put the questions out on the screen so you can follow and work out the questions yourselves. We love how the old students are taking charge of their schools and supporting them. Some are building science labs and science facilities. They are hiring teachers and motivating them to train the students. All of these things make us really, really happy. And of course, when we find that a former contestant has done something wonderful, we are always excited. And that's why we've been looking for them for the mentorship program, so that they also have a way of giving back to the program by inspiring other people or students to aspire to great things like they have done. And while talking about this, I want to mention in particular Bubune Adi of the 1999 FANSPEM winning team. He actually instituted an award in memory of Professor Rama Adi. It ran for 5 years, and he's renewed it and increased it. So from 2,000 Ghana cedis a year to the best team, he's renewed it, and it's 3,000 Ghana cedis for the best team. So we look at former contestants who are doing this. I don't know if you followed our live chats, where we've been looking for them and trying to inspire our fans and other students to aspire to great heights like these former contestants have done. So it gives us great pride in so many different ways.
Sure.
Yes.
We're wrapping up this conversation shortly. But Francis, I want to find, which school did you attend? Do you want to share with us?
Oh, do we need to get into it? Take a guess. Where do you think I could possibly go to school?
Oh, wow.
Don't get it wrong.
I don't have to get it right.
Right, I'll give you an extra information.
Oh,
Wow.
You will definitely get it.
It must be a girls' school.
Oh, seriously? It is.
Oh, it is a girls'
No
school.
points for that.
Okay. It starts with a W.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
You got it. I told you you can't get it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something about Wege.
So now let me tell you what the extra information is. The other day you were asking me about it. So the interesting thing is that we're actually classmates at Wesley Girls.
Wow.
We were even dorm mates at a point.
Yes.
Oh.
Full circle.
Interesting, isn't it?
This is interesting. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. So two Wege people. Okay, I don't have to go there actually. So, what, as we wrap up this conversation, what message do you have for other, corporate bodies, out there? Because I mean, there's a lot of talk about corporate institutions not really doing enough to push education, activities, out there. Do you have any message for corporate institutions?
Yeah, I mean, why we're so invested in education is that it has far-reaching implications. I mean, for generations, something that can turn the fortunes of the country around, And so, yes, I would encourage other corporate institutions to get on board. I mean, the NSMQ is an easy sell, so it's easy for them to see how you can get gratification in so many different ways, So thank you to everybody who's made it come this far, and we need more people to make it even go further across Africa and the entire world.
Sure. Thank you. Final words.
My final words, as always, a big thank you to all our sponsors and our collaborators, especially the Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education. The GS is our main sponsor. Big thank you to Absa Bank for their partnership, to Prudential Life Insurance. This is, I think, their third year. Our fourth year, yes. 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 of being on the program. We are excited that you are back with the Prudential Life Insurance because you're making a difference in the lives of the participants. Thank you to Goyle. Thank you to Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, to JoyNews for all the wonderful things that you've been doing, to Third Eye Care Vision Center, Academic City University College, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem, a multi-specialist hospital and fertility center, GTP. Oh wow, the list is... I'm just checking around to make sure that I don't leave anybody out. But yes, thank you to everybody who's made it possible. YFM, thank you to everybody who's made it possible for us to have the NSMQ year in and year out. We appreciate the support.
Thanks so much, Steve, for your time. Okay, so you just heard Frances Ofori. She's the head of marketing and communications, Prudential Life Insurance, and Ankomah-Asare, who's the managing director of Primetime Limited. Thank you.
We thank you to Maxwell Agbagba. That's my colleague who always brings us updates on the National Science and Maths Quiz. We're looking forward to the last 8-stage competition today, tomorrow. By this time, we'll be talking about the quarterfinals. So stay with us for all the conversations. Thanks to Bright Senior High School in Kokrontumi, DBS Roofing, Adonko Hand Sanitizer, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, our proud sponsors for the segment, the National Science and Maths Quiz, and for also bringing the competition to you here on JoyNews. So make a date again tomorrow for another conversation. But of course, we'll keep you updated with all the competitions throughout the day today on all our social media handles. When we come back, Kadi has got show business news right here on the AM show. Please stay with us.